can do it.
Oh, lost it.
Look at that. I planned that the whole time.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Michael with RC Crawling. I recently got a chance to head to Triple Crown RC Hobbies here in Oklahoma. It's about an hour from me, and I don't get down there as often as I would like. I took 3 rigs with me and took a spun on the new to me Microcrawler indoor course. It's been there for a few months. It's cool. I like it. They built it themselves. I will go ahead and show that footage and talk about the rigs that I'm driving while we're on the course. Those of you that have watched for a while may notice a new truck in the intro, and that video will be coming soon. Go ahead and like, subscribe, share. So let's go ahead and jump to the footage at the hobby shop. Started with the Beetle on the indoor course. I've been really enjoying it since rebuilding it, and added the purple Endura 40 millimeter big bore shocks recently just to match the color scheme. Just taking a spin around the course, figuring out the lines, and having a whole lot of fun. It was not very busy that day, so I had the course to myself. Taking this steep incline here, seeing if we can crawl up to the very tippy top. Yeah, the Beetle does it no problem. No issues at all. Nice and composed. This little bridge section, I believe, was also built intending to use it as a water feature. I don't know if that's coming in the future or if that was scrapped, but this is a little bridge slash waterfall section into the pool below. Since adding the tub frame chassis to the Beetle, I've got a little bit more flex than I had before, and kind of fighting to get out of this basin. I've made it out and turning around to take the highline back to the start of the court. The Beetle is as wide as it's long, and lost it here on the side hill. It doesn't always fit on the lines that I try to fit it on, just because it's so wide. I built it to minimize trimming on the body, and so that's affected its performance because of the width. Just like that, but the center of gravity is lower, so landed on our wheels and just keep on trucking. Getting a little 3-wheel action here, just trying to find that right line to crawl through it without losing it again, and just pushing through, and it settles down nicely. I just love seeing the purple Enduro rope lights shine through those headlights. I love the underglow effect, and when it's real dark it lights up the interior too, because of how I shortened the front of the interior to see the dash. Next on the course is the FMS FCX18 brushless LC80. This truck is a little upgraded. I've done the Joe RC's shock towers from Etsy. It's got Endura tires and yellow inserts, little guy racing part wheels, 20% overdrive in the front, and of course the scale overland accessories on top, which hurts the performance, but it just looks so cool. And it still handles all right with all the weight on top. Just slowly picking and crawling through the little articulation section, and then gonna come back around to make the trip across the length of the course. Fighting this side hill here, trying to push it as far as I can without losing it, and lost it right there. Stuck on the front bumper here. As we swing the camera around, you can see I'm just trying to get that tire to hit that obstacle before the bumper, and just like that, nice and easy through that articulation. I love the battery up front, but that hood pops open all the time. One of the minor irritations of driving that truck: when you lose it, your hood also flies open. Finding the line that we can make this climb, and this is one of my favorite things about this truck, is the way it just lifts a wheel so easily. A little bit more forward weight would definitely improve the performance, but I really like having a truck that's closer to 50-50 balance sometimes, just because it handles, I feel, like a full-scale rig would that's not custom built for trailing and crawling. Crawling down here into the little tub, and able to make it out without too much drama. High center a little bit here, and I think that's one of the upgrades I'm going to do next, is put a flat skid, because that skid on the FCX18 hangs down so low it catches on everything. So I think I'm going to come back to the LC80 soon and do some more upgrades on it. Watching those indicators go nuts. I know most people don't like the turn signals. I kind of like it. It just adds a little scale detail. I've always been a sucker for anything that lights up, whether it's RC or not. So I've left my indicators plugged in, but you can always unplug those from the light controller if you don't like that feature. Lifting that wheel to the sky, trying to push through it just in a little bit, try to come around and it settled down, but then we are high centered on that skid again, fighting to make that break over. I just love slow crawling with this thing, watching those axles articulate, move up and down, watching the whole body just kind of swing and lumber. The last rig I brought with me today is the SCX24 4Runner. Recently did a video with it and showing the improvements that you get in performance with getting your weight bias correct. I've since taken the weight off the front of this. I didn't permanently install it in that video, and I've really enjoyed how it handles. It's built as an overlander, and having 50-50 weight distribution for an overlander is fine. And it did surprisingly well on the course just because of how underdriven it is and how slow it is. I'm able to feel my way around the course and make some lines that you wouldn't think you'd make with a 50-50 weight bias distribution. Slowly crawling, creeping down, but should have throttled through it as I flipped over forward coming down. Again, I just love watching those axles flex over the terrain. The 4Runner has really big wheel arches, so able to fit some seemingly oversized tires for the scale. And it really helps with clearance and the approach angle on this truck. It's a whole lot of fun to drive. That's full speed. That's as fast as she goes. 54% underdrive in the rear, 33% underdrive in the front. So it doesn't go anywhere fast, but it's got as much torque as you could possibly want. Nice and easy, cool articulation lines across the bridge. And then we'll come down the other side if we don't lose it on the steep descent. And that underdrive working good to just slowly, gently lower us down that descent. And that again showing the tires pick up easily just because the weight bias is 50-50 and laid it on its side. I think I could have crawled out of that, but the texture on the course is really rough and I didn't want to stuff up the paint. This is one I try to be careful with. Thought I was going to lose it there. Didn't lose it. Able to continue to just creep through it, find the line that I need. I was pushing off the table, so just took the hand of God. I didn't want to dump this thing on the floor. Almost lost it there, but caught it through the articulation section, coming back around, floating those wheels at any chance it gets. This is one of my go-to rigs when I'm not sure what rig I want to crawl with. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. I hope that was fun. The indoor course is a lot of fun, lots of cool lines. I was still discovering new, harder lines as I played around. So if you're ever in Oklahoma, check out Triple Crown RC Hobbies and stick around for the next video. Hopefully that's going to be the SCX30 that you saw in the intro. I will catch y'all again soon in the next video.